Let's come back to command prompt again. We will open command prompt, then type Python in lowercase. You should see Python prompt, which means Windows finally found Python is installed on your machine. Then it's also tell you which version is installed. Then let's move to terminal for a while. Let's try typing Python 3 or Python, same as we did in command prompt. Then when you have Python running, you can see what Python version you're currently using. Always remember you can close the Python interpreter by entering the command exit with open close parentheses. We actually can run Python's interpreter directly into terminal windows. It will allow us to run bits of Python code without having to save and run an entire program. So again, by using interactive prompt, it will allow us to execute Python directly one at a time. It's good for testing and debugging our program. But later, you actually will write most of your code in text editor. But then, sometimes, when you're doing debugging, you will do an interactive console rather than text editor. Okay, let's start by opening terminal or command prompt, then we type Python. After you see this 3 greater than sign, means that interactive console is activated. Now your code should be executed by pressing enter. Now we will create a simple program called Hello World. That simple program unconsciously becomes standard from beginner to start programming. It will define if you are successfully installed Python or not. Let's move to the first step. We will type print with open and close parentheses. Then inside, we type a string called Hello World. If you press enter, then you can see we actually print Hello World. Secondly, we will do more stuff that later will be part of your daily basis when you are coding in Python. We will try to make a variable named x that contain number 10. Then we will print that x variable. So we see that we actually print what inside a variable x. So from now, anytime you want to run a snippet of Python code, you can open a command prompt or terminal session, and then start a Python interactive prompt. If you want to close the terminal session, you can enter the command exit with open close parentheses. So far, we've only used Python with the console, entering and running one line of code at a time. Actual programs are created differently. Many lines of code are written in a file, and then executed with the Python interpreter. Then now, we will try using idle. In idle this can be done by creating a new file, entering some code, saving the file, and running it. However, when we open for first time, idle will basically in interactive prompt mode. To start, use idle as text editor. We click File, then New File, or we can use keyboard shortcuts Ctrl+N. Then after we're done with the code, use keyboard combination, Ctrl+S to save. Then F5 to run it. Then each line of code in the file is interpreted as though you entered it one line at a time at the console. For more information, Python source files have an extension of .py. Sublime Text is a simple editor that can be installed on all modern operating systems, and it's capable to run your program directly without the need of terminal, because it has an embedded terminal session, so you can easily see the output. Then Sublime Text is also widely used by many professional programmers, though the creator requests you to purchase, but it's not mandatory. You can freely use it, as long as you want, but if you want to help the developer, you can buy it. Now we will install Sublime Text. First you can download an installer for Sublime Text at https://sublimetext.com/ and then you can click the download link and look for a Windows installer. Then you install the programmer as usual, and don't forget to accept all of its defaults. Some tips if you want to make a code block readable with other editor. In Sublime, go to convert indentation to space option located in bottom right, then choose index with space with tab width 4. Okay, then let's start off by creating a short program that displays hello world again, but now in the Sublime.